So I'm getting more comfortable with just cutting the camera on again. And as far as a new channel, I've had plenty of channels I made. Um, just use my mind a lot and actually work towards it and put things into reality. But my issue was tunnel vision, right? I had a tunnel vision issue of okay, I'm gonna do this, boom, do it for about 6 months to a year, stop, do something else. I'm gonna do this, ooh, boom, 6 months to a year, stop, do something else. I think my issue was, even though I had that, I'm gonna just do it this way, I'm gonna do it that way, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. The whole time I was still doing push-ups. The whole time I was still doing squats. I was still doing pull-ups. I was still doing, I was working out. The whole time me working out, saying I'm gonna do this. It's all for income, for my family, whatnot. Anyway, for people I love, for myself. But it was like, okay, I'm gonna do. Hold on. I'm gonna do. What was my first thing I did? About 23, I was trying to do sneakers. I was trying to do sneaker reselling. Uh, I made about a couple $100 to $1,000 on that shit, like 500 to 1,000 between there. As far as the money that you gotta recoup, flip, and then keep. Funny story, I actually had a partner I worked with, and he had a shoe reselling friend, like a whole store that his friend worked at, to where we can get shoes for the download, right? And he's like, nah, I don't want to do too much. Let's go ahead and use the money we got for weed. We made two sales, right? With them two sales, we made about close to $150. And the whole gimmick, the whole thing I was doing was I was getting old shoes off of Craigslist and off of older apps that people were selling shoes off of. I would take their old shoes, refurbish it, re-clean it up. You know that thing called re-souvenir or some shit? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Where I would re-clean it up and restore it as best as I could and then resell it. So I'd buy it for like $20, 25, 40, 50, maybe $100 for an old shoe. Maybe like some Concord, niggas, some Concord 11s can go for like $110 because they busted up. I'll clean it up, get everything right to the point where it looks brand new, but I'll still put used or pre-owned on it when I sell it, and I'll buy it for 110 and I'll sell it for 210. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Maybe like 225 because of shipping fees. But that's what I was doing, and I made only from like 500 to 1,000 plus the recoup that I had to put back in. I didn't go too far in that. But what discouraged me, which is still my fault, because only truly me could discourage me. That's what I learned along the road, is that I can only discourage myself. But at the same time, I'm like, all right, well, we got a partner that can help give us shoes on the down low. Only him, me, and me understand that it's a lower price, like decent looking shoes, to where I ain't gotta clean it up as much. I just gotta do a little scrub here, scrub here, and I can sell it for $300-400, right? That kind of situation we had going on, and we made two sales. And he seen the money come in off the Go app. We made it off the Go app. We left the money on the Go app to sit there. So when we know we was gonna buy another old shoe, we use that money from the Go app that we just made, flip it, and get some more, and put that shit up. We was doing a 60-40 method, right? But we didn't have enough money to do the 60-40 split on the first two sales. We wanted to just keep everything in there. And he was like, nah, let's do the split now. Let's smoke some weed. You see what I'm saying, bro? So when that happened, that was like year 23 or 24 of my out of 29. Cause I was doing this from like year 22 to 29, trying to figure out something outside of 9 to 5, right? And I had my first son at 21, my second son at 23. So about 22, 23, every year I was trying to figure out something that's gonna really have me sustain a great life with my family and not have and not have to be uh just working hella hard at a bullshit ass 9 to 5 job, knowing it's just taking my energy away and taking me away from my family and stuff. I'm fixated on finding something I know, a niche that can help me be beyond all of that, right? To get back not get back, but to have a lot of time dedicated to my family, and I want plenty more kids. So I understand that me being in the workforce for 10 years, 11 years, I don't need no more. I'm the oldest in Gen Z. I'm the 97 baby. So I'm Gen Z, but literally if I was a 95 or 96 baby, I'd be the youngest millennial. So I'm just the oldest Gen Z motherfucker, born January, nigga, and I'm a '97 baby, right? So I definitely understand uh where it comes to like the age gaps and different mindsets and stuff, right? But me being a Gen Z, I understand that this generation is really, really smart and dedicated to making like they making bags out here, right? But at the same time, a lot of these Gen Z motherfuckers, it's like a wide spectrum, right? Well, that's a split, because 50% motherfuckers really out here getting it. They fit in and getting bags and they're doing great. And then the other half is just so out of shape, crazy throw, motherfuckers dying everywhere, every day. I mean, niggas die every day, but that's not that shouldn't be just oh, they die every day. Like it's crazy. Like Gen Z is wild, but at the same time, these motherfuckers smart as hell. You know what I'm saying? So we are the generation that's supposed to be the one that's really, as far as how other father figures was gone because they died or was in jail, whatever. We was that next generation to be like, okay, we gonna do this shit for our kids. We're not gonna blah blah blah. We gonna do right. We gonna be there. Right. Well, I'm not gonna break down my personal situation just too much. I'll do that on my own. I say on my YouTube. I mean, not my YouTube. It's my YouTube right now. I'll break that on my own. My new channel I have that's well, it's not new. It's the same shit. It's just the main channel. This is the 2.0 channel where I just rant, talk shit, say how I feel. But I haven't uploaded on my actual main channel yet. And I don't even have an excuse why. I just haven't uploaded on that channel yet. I have videos too. I need to post it. Yeah, I gotta start posting that channel. But it's Calmly Eats without the 2.0. That's literally it. I'll put the link in the description down below. But at the same time, right? Uh, what the fuck was I just talking about? See, I hate when I say something else and I lose my train of thought. Some bullshit. Cars out here driving, wasn't Um, yeah, I'm coming back to y'all. I'm gonna have to cut that part out. But I really thought about that Carmelo Anthony thing, right? And it's like, why not? Even though he was at a disadvantage, size and height wise, you see how fast he ran on that video, you would understand that he could have really just smacked Buddy and took off. I've been in plenty of fights in high school. I don't understand that. Like, you lose some, you win some, bro. If you lose the fight, okay, cool, but you're gonna end up trying to kill, like, delete somebody. You're old enough to understand that you was trying, like, you could have easily deleted him, and that's what you did. But even if you wasn't trying to, what happened? And the fact of the matter is, you had something like that at a track meet, and it was prohibited. Well, how prohibited? No, it wasn't allowed. Nigga, I ain't gonna keep trying to fight that word. It wasn't allowed, and he still had it in his bag. People want to say it was small, it was this, it was that. You see the skin tone I am. I'm not going by that bullshit. I don't go by separation. Separation is retarded to me. This is why people are. I'm not going by separation. No, because at the end of the day, what has it gotten us? You know what I'm saying? So I just believe in truth and fact. Because if it was Austin that did that, I still be like, oh boy. I mean, I'll say the same thing, regardless of who stabbed who. I'll say the same thing. Whoever stabbed who deserves the 35 years, and whoever died, they should be. The family is grieving because it wasn't like it was equal force. I understand if there was fighting hand to hand combat and you knocked him out, but it was one hand to hand combat. The other one had a knife. That's unequal force. You going to jail, and then he died. You going to jail. But people are fighting that, and they made it a big old thing to where they got paid to get these lawyers now because they get made $1 million loans, if I'm or in donations. If they never would have got those donation money, they wouldn't have enough to get this new legal team that they have now. But let me not get too far into that. At the end of the day, people think they know everything. I'm not like I could know everything. I don't even give a shit. I'm just talking about this to make y'all understand that even though Carmelo was at a height advantage, body game saves everybody. Because my nigga, my son ain't gonna be that at that size. Like he could be still. I was 5 foot flat when I was a freshman in high school, right? He was a senior, so he was okay 5'9". I was about around that same size before I grew up like 2 more inches after high school. Like What does that mean? What does that mean? Right? If you know how to defend yourself, you know how to defend yourself. You seen how fast he ran, right? Because it's after a poke. But regardless of what he did, for him to be that fast and he's a track star runner, why you want to think that if they tried to jump you, you couldn't just run away? People will make fun of you and stuff. At least you're out of jail. At least you're not in prison for 17 plus years because they're giving them 17 with parole. At least you're not in there for 17 plus years and people laughed at you for just what 17 plus days, or well, however long you in that fucking school. You a senior, you finna graduate. You probably ain't gonna see them kids anymore after that anyway. So I'm not nah. And then it seems like now they got a whole new legal team. They should have been did this, but they saying that they try to make a plan to keep it hush mode. I understand. Okay, cool. That's good. At least they can probably give him the manslaughter or whatever. But that's neither here or there. I don't want to get too far into that. All I'm bringing this up to say is that if you, I know some niggas that was 5'5", 5'4", swole as hell that could thug it out. You feel me? That could slug it out. And I'm not saying that everybody's a fighter. You don't have to be a fighter. But my nigga, you gotta. If you in that predicament, what else you gonna do? If you never would have had that knife on you to begin with, what would you have done? You would have had to steal on that nigga, punch the fuck out that nigga, beat his ass, knock him out, or just run away. Whatever, smack him, do something, and to get up out of there. Because they said that 13 times they asked him to leave and he didn't leave anyway. So it's like he wanted a problem. But yet we having this. This is why look. At the end of the day, he was 5'9", 135. He could have been. He looked actually pretty ripped and solid and strong and whatnot. But if it was a big size difference, you know what I'm saying? There's other ways around than just stabbing them. You feel me? Because they could have told the teacher, right? But that's just. Let me stop talking about that. Look, y'all. If you focus on your body, your base, everything when it comes to the food consistency, breaking down your nutrients, all of that, I'll guarantee you, your body will be different, shredded, and on par with one of the best of the best. I'm not saying I'm the best. I ain't saying me. No, 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 no. What I'm saying is, wherever you want to be at, you can be there easily within the shortest amount of time, 6 months, the longest amount of time, 2 years, as far as that big new transformation that y'all want to see in yourselves. 6 months to 2 years. 2 years to maintain that motherfucker and really just be like, I can do whatever I want to now with this body. 6 months to see it really change, but then it can snap right back to the old body. You get that 1 year mark in between mark, your mental is changing rapidly day by day. Like, okay, why would I even go back for? Why would I go back to the old me? You know what I'm saying? So kind of like that 9 month to 1 year period you break through is where you see your mentality is fully changing to the point where it's kind of let you know, like, I don't need to go back to the old me anymore. But once you hit that 6 month phase, it's still kind of hard because it's like, boom, you got to that point and I'm him. I see the results, but I want to eat some more crumble cookie. I want to eat some more pancakes. I want to eat some more pizza. I want to eat some more fried food. I want to drink some more Kool-Aid. Like, so like you get that hunger feeling too. You gotta fight that. It's one more last fight, last round, 12 rounds in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? You got the last you in round 10 right now. About 6 months in, and you in round 10 about to knock him out. Keep going to distance. You see what I'm saying? So with all that being said, y'all, I appreciate y'all for watching this video. I'm gonna come back to y'all with another video about the 10 steps to have absolute discipline for body gain. I'm gonna make that in the next video. I'm gonna catch y'all. Be strong.